First off, Austin, tell us about the Team Combat League, the Houston Hitmen. You over there coaching, man. How's that going, bro?
It's going good, man. I honestly, I feel this way about anything I do. But my team is the best team in the league. Yes, we got losses on our record, but that really don't mean that nothing, because I don't believe any of those losses were 100% legit. I feel like we won all the fights, damn it. But nonetheless, it's really dope because just the whole concept is exciting from start to finish. There's been fights where 12 rounds feel like it took all damn night. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Whereas these 24 rounds, they're gone in a flash. We were down in the money rounds. It's a tied up game, or we come to the last round and it's a 1-point match, and it all comes down to that. And so every round is just exciting. This concept, they really got something with this. And I'm happy to be a part of it for season 2. I can't wait to win this season and be back for season 3. I pray that they keep this going.
Without a doubt, man. Has that interfered or interrupted what you're doing in terms of boxing and bare knuckle, or are you just kind of incorporating this within all of that?
Yeah, I'm just incorporating it all in. But honestly, it works out fine because I just train with my fighters.
Mm-hmm.
And then going with that high pace that they're going, it gets me in some sprint shape, so I can keep that 1 round pace for 8, 10. We'll get to 12-round fights. Feel me?
No, for sure, man. And your path in BKFC, they give you Diego Sanchez, they give you Luis Palomino. Not an easy road for anyone, and you won both of them hands down, capturing the welterweight championship. That was February. When can we expect you in the bare knuckle ring again, bro?
So I was supposed to get back next month. Then it turned into August. Now it's looking like October. God willing, it goes through. We get a defense in October. I'm hearing it's supposed to be in Spain. Nothing's official. This is just rumored. So, that's what I'm looking at. Get a defense in October, maybe even go for another title by the end of the year.
Was bare knuckle kind of what you expected, totally different from what you expected, and how did you approach it as opposed to your boxing career?
Well, I've only had 2 fights in the bare knuckle game. I've been blessed to have seen the highest of heights in boxing, and in my 2 fights with the bare knuckle, they honestly they treat me as good as the highest of the heights in boxing has. Mm. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm not saying it's perfect treatment. It's not everything I ever dreamed of as being a fighter, but they treat the fighters pretty well. And just for being one company and having a lot of fighters and fights, I commend them for their customer service, or should I say, fighter relations.
Definitely, man. You're 2-0 in BKFC. You're on a 6-fight winning streak in boxing. I feel like you're not talked about enough in the sense of what you're doing from a combat standpoint, because not many people can make a smooth transition and have success in both arenas at the same time, and you're doing that. Why do you feel like you're not talked about enough or more?
I feel like even in the prime of my boxing career, I wasn't talked about enough. And I guess that's just because I didn't have that machine behind me. All the noise that I made, before I was able to get with Al Heyman and PBC was the noise that I made. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Going around just beating up whoever they put in front of me, and a lot of odds stacked up against me and still coming through. That's the noise that I was able to make. So it's organic. I don't have no hype train.
And you're a reserved and quiet guy, and we know in this social media era, it's almost like the person standing on the table will always get the attention, even if the guys sitting at the table are more talented. Do you feel like your reservedness kind of played a part in it, not kind of jeopardizing your integrity or anything like that?
It does. It did. It does, and it did, and it probably will be a problem for the future. But I just would hate to have to. I don't want to be like like Ryan Garcia, man. As much attention as the kid is getting, he's so cringe.
Yes.
It's just, you can tell it's fake. It's just put up front. He's not really being himself. He's put up an act to sell, and it sold and it worked, and I can't be mad at it. But at the same time, like, the internet's forever, so all that shit he was doing, that's just his kid's gonna watch that.
Facts.
Facts. Later on, it's gonna be a meme that's gonna be brought up, and just it's embarrassing, and I don't want to be remembered in that light. Same with the GWOAT, Carissa Shields. Just a lot of things that she does, I think, is very cringe, and I don't think that's really her.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'd rather keep my dignity and not be out of character. Now, everybody knows I talk my shit. I don't just let nobody walk over me. Don't let the humble fool you. I fight and I get down with the mouthpiece too. But, like, you got to bring it out. I'm not here to start shit. I'm just here to fight.
And there's a place and time for it. I think you do it, in the lead up to fights and things like that. That's a little bit different than kind of having that persona year round. That's kind of crazy.
Exactly.
6-fight boxing winning streak. You said it's looking like possibly October for Bareknuckle. Are you still an active boxer, or do you feel like you're kind of semi-retired because they don't seem like people lining up to fight you?
No, I'm still an active boxer. My last boxing match was in October last year.
Mm-hmm.
I just put a call out to my promoter, Kareem, from Legacy Promotions, and I said, like, come on, give me something, man. And so he's looking for something for your boy. I'll be back in the boxing ring this year too.
You have always told me, Austin, that you will never overstay your welcome in boxing. What is the determining factor in regards to that?
Love for the sport, ability, along with, demand,
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody want to see me fight anybody? And there's still a demand, there's still fights to be made. I still love the game, and I can still do it. So, I think those are all little deciding factors.
My last question, man. Let's say the money's the same. Your purse is going to be the same. You're offered a big boxing match, and you're offered a big bare-knuckle fighting championship match for the same date. Which one is Austin Trout choosing?
The money's the same. I got a title shot in bare knuckle and a title shot in boxing.
Ramifications is everything is the same. Money's the same. Just so happen falls on the same date.
Well, then who's the opponent? Because I bet you I can get easier opponents in BKFC than in boxing. So I think I would probably go with the bare knuckle.
So you're gonna take the road most traveled, the easier opposition, and I ain't mad at it.
No, but now that, and then trying to step back a little bit, because it could be a good fight for me in the box. It depends on who the champion is, and then I'm thinking all the champions is a good fight for me. You know what? Nah, the bare knuckles giving me love. I'm gonna rock with them for right now.
That's what's up. What's up. Well, Austin, it's always a pleasure, brother. I can't wait to see you back in the ring, whether it's bare knuckle or boxing. I can't wait to see you, man, and you've always been a pleasure, bro. Anything before I let you go, man?
No, it's all good. Also, keep the ears out. I got a big lawsuit out there. It's coming to a close. It's going to help boxers. And, I wouldn't say it's going to help boxing, but it's going to help boxers.
Mm-hmm.
It's with the WBO. It's over this arbitration situation. It's over them basically taking me out the rankings. Now, that doesn't seem like much, but what my lawsuits already uncovered is that there's a lot of fighters that have a case to sue these belts because they did to them exactly what they did to me.
Wow.
And so, you ever hear those commercials, if you've ever taken this drug between this year and that year, you can be entitled for compensation.
Absolutely.
That's what we getting at. You know what I mean? That's what we getting at. This lawsuit's going to open that up where these
Sanctioning bodies.
Sanctioning bodies. They got to do what the Muhammad Ali Act told their ass they had to do back in 2020?
Somewhere in that 1920 range, yep.
So what they were supposed to do is, this is before 2020. This was maybe 2010. 2010. So the Muhammad Ali Act is put in, and they say you have to let anybody that you're going to take out the rankings, you got to let them know why. All right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do that. They just pulled me out. And then they said it was a mistake, basically, is what they said. It's like, okay, we'll fix that mistake. And then they put me back in the rankings at like 6, 7, and I missed my title shot. Okay, and this is when Demetrius Andrade was the WBO champ, and he vacated his belt for inactivity. Cotto and Canelo were fighting each other for the WBC 160. That was the number 1, number 2 guy. I was 3. Liam Smith was 4. They took me out of there, put John Thompson in, let them fight for the belt, and then threw me in at like 6 or 7 after the fact. And we're like, oh, hell no.
That's a problem.
That's a problem, yeah. So that's what we're talking about, and this has happened to plenty of fighters. Because what the underlying part, what they won't say is Frank Warren paid them to get me out of there, so I wouldn't beat up Liam Smith for the belt.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what happened, because Frank Warren had a fight for that belt that I was supposed to fight Liam Smith for, and there was damn near 9 WBO belts up for grabs on that card. Right, that's just money for the BO.
Facts.
That's a lot of money. So these the Muhammad Ali Act was made so that way fighters that don't have a lot of money or big backing, they can still get some kind of fair chance.
Mm-hmm.
And up until this point, Muhammad Ali Act has never been enforced. So I'm glad to take this all the way for Muhammad Ali's namesake, 1, and 2, because this is going to help fighters. What they try to do with Ali is put his name on something that doesn't work in the same way that they put MLK's name on the worst streets in America.
Yes.
So I'm about to gentrify them streets.
Man, look, I can't think of a better person to take the wheel, brother. Definitely keep me in the loop of what you have going on with that, man. And best of luck to you with that, bro, because that's big time.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No doubt.